Hey everybody, how you doing? Will, just in time prepping. It's Friday, so we're back to the series. I got my other days done, so let's get busy. We got one more series after this. So let's get it done and see what we can get done here. How fast are the seas going to rise, you ask? The real question is not how high, but how fast. The ocean is rising at a rate of about a foot per century, and that causes severe effects on coastlines, forcing governments and property owners to spend tens of billions of dollars to keep the sea away from their property. The risk is that the rate will accelerate markedly, and if the emissions continue unchecked, then the temperature of the Earth's surface will soon resemble a past epoch called Pliocene, when a great deal of ice melted and the ocean rose by something like 80 feet compared to today. A recent study found that burning of the fossil fuels in the ground would fully melt the polar ice sheets, raising the sea level by about 80 feet, more than 160 feet over an unknown period. And many of the coastal experts believe that even if the emissions stop tomorrow, 15 or even 20 feet of sea level rise is already inevitable. The crucial issue is probably not how much the oceans are going to rise, but how fast. And on that point, scientists are pretty much flying blind. Their best information comes from studying the Earth's history, and it suggests that the rate can on occasion hit a foot per decade, which can probably be thought of as the worst case scenario. Even if the rise is much slower, many of the world's great cities will flood eventually. Studies suggest that the big cuts in the emissions could slow the rise, buying crucial time for society to adapt to an altered coastline. Are the predictions reliable? They're not perfect, but they are grounded in solid science. The idea that the Earth is sensitive to greenhouse gases is confirmed by many lines of scientific evidence. For instance, the basic physics suggesting that the increase of carbon dioxide traps more heat than was discovered in the 19th century and has been verified in thousands of laboratory experiments. Climate science, it does not contain uncertainties, of course. The biggest is the degree to which the global warming sets off feedback loops, so it continues. Such a melting of the sea ice that will darken the surface and cause more heat to be absorbed, melting more ice, and so on and so forth. It's not clear exactly how much the feedback will intensify the warming. Some of them could even partly offset it. This uncertainty means that computer forecasts can give only a range of future climate possibilities, not absolute predictions. But even those computer forecasts did not exist, a huge amount of evidence suggests that scientists have the basic story right. The most important evidence comes from the study of the past climate conditions, a field known as paleoclimate research. The amount of the carbon dioxide in the air has fluctuated naturally in the past, and every time it rises, the Earth warms up, ice melts, and the ocean rises. The Earth warms up, ice melts, and the ocean rises. 100 miles inland from today's east coast of the United States, seashells can be found from ancient beaches that are 3 million years old and a blink of an eye in geologic time. These past conditions are not a perfect guide, because humans are pumping carbon dioxide into the air far faster than nature has ever done before. But they show it would be foolish to assume that modern science is somehow immune to large-scale threatening changes. So why do people question the science of climate change? Most of the attacks on climate science are coming from libertarians and other political conservatives who do not like the policies that have been proposed to fight global warming. Instead of negotiating over those policies and trying to make them more subject to free market principles, they have taken the approach of blocking them by trying to undermine the science. The ideological position has been propped up by money from fossil fuel interests, which have paid to create organizations, fund conferences, and the like. The scientific arguments made by these groups usually involve cherry-picking data, such as focusing on short-term blips in the temperature record or in sea ice while ignoring the long-term threats. The most extreme version of climate denialism is to claim that scientists are engaged in a worldwide hoax to fool the public so that the government can gain greater control over people's lives. As the arguments have become more strained, many oil and coal companies have become too distant themselves publicly from climate denialism, but some are still helping to finance the campaigns of politicians who expose such views. So I'm going to have to leave it there today. That's a pretty good bunch of stuff to cover. I want you to absorb some of it too, Today's series is kind of short, but we're going to get into another discussion on tomorrow. I'll just say tomorrow because I'll just go ahead and do it tomorrow. It's going to be, is the crazy weather tied to the climate change? And the scientists are saying in some instances it is, but they're not saying all. So tomorrow we're going to start on that. Is the crazy weather tied to climate change? And then that's it for today's series. I want to let you guys know tomorrow is the live stream. It starts at 8 p.m. and it'll run right around an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It kind of snuck up on me last week and lasted for almost 2 hours. Well, it did last for 2 hours. So that's basically what I have. I want to let you guys know that I'm heading down the road to 2,000. Not really close, very close yet. I still got about 300 to go or so. But I'm going to have a giveaway when I hit 2,000, and I'm going to start putting it together as I kind of slow poke my way to it. But I want to have a fairly decent giveaway because 2,000 subscribers is a very good mile marker, in my opinion. So I'm going to start putting that together. I'm going to put enough stuff in the giveaway that it'll really show my appreciation to the subscribers that I have. What else? I have, I'm working on, I am working on another live stream. It's going to be on Mondays. I do know the day it's going to be on. And it's not going to start until I get all the details in there. But it's going to be sort of like an interview live stream. It's going to be, I'm going to have one person from the community one-on-one converse with me. It'll be on the it'll be a live stream, and I'll sit there and I'll ask some questions of this channel, of a channel that I invite, and then give that channel time to answer the questions and give some input, and then the other half of the live stream will be questions and comments from the side chat. And what I'm going to do this for is so that it will give all the people, the subscribers that I have on my channel, it'll give them all an opportunity to tell people why they start their channel. Whatever I decide to ask them, they're going to have a time to showcase themselves and their channel. I think this will be a good way for them to get themselves out there. A better time for us to kind of get together and become closer as a community. And I think it'd just be a lot of fun, actually. I kind of like the idea. So that's what I'm working on. And I think that's about all I have for you guys. I'm going to get out of this with just a few minutes here today. About 10 or 11 minutes we're going to be out of here. So hope you guys enjoyed the series I did today, because it, in my opinion, gave a lot of facts that people might have questions on, and so on and so forth. So for now, you guys know that I can't do any of this without you. And it's as always, it's God bless you, and God bless me, and God bless the US of A. So until next time, thanks for watching.